Hello everybody and welcome back to Super Robot Wars Z. It's kind of hard to not say Z2, but yeah. So to get the SR point in this stage, you need to defeat all enemies within 2 turns, and that isn't that difficult. Just go in as far as you just get as close as the enemy as you can and just attack them. Try not to attack the same enemy twice, unless you can't attack another enemy. Try to spread your damage out, because it is within 2 turns, but the enemy turn, like how the turns work is that there's your phase and an enemy phase. So unless the SR point specifically says your phase, you can defeat you will get the SR point as long as you defeat the enemy in that turn, whether it's on your phase or their phase. But yeah, in Z2, it would specifically say in some stages that you needed to do it, defeat the enemies in a certain amount of turn on your phase, and it has to be on your phase. But in this particular stage, it doesn't really matter. So, try to conserve a bit of your SR points. You can need them later, because there's also to get on our first play, there's a secret route near the ending of the game. It's called the Zayeth route, and you need a certain amount of points on a first playthrough in order to take that route. Otherwise, if you're on a second playthrough, an option to take the second route will appear. But in the first playthrough, you need to get a certain amount of points, and the first way you can get is on this stage. When the option appears, you have to choose to subdue the Gundams, so you can get 1 Zayeth point. You need a certain amount of Zayeth points in order to take the Zayeth route. So yeah, what the SR points do in this game, from looking at the secrets list, I didn't look at it like fully, but from what I was reading, is that what it does is that for secrets that certain secrets that are easier to get with on the Setsuko or Rand route. For example, for Tifa, I think it was, and the G-bits. No, it was regarding Zambot 3, there's you can get these things called Aki points. I won't say what they're, what they exactly unlock just yet, but yeah, in Setsuko's route, you need to get 7 of them in order to unlock a secret. But on Rand's route, you need to get 4 of the points, which is all that he actually can get, and so you need to get all available, all the you just need to get 4 points as Rand, and you need to have like 38 SR points. So yeah, there's actually a point into getting them in this game. So you're gonna want to get them. I think you can miss 1 here or there, but for the most part, if you want to get as many secrets as you can in a playthrough, you are probably gonna want to get get them. And I think in this game they also give each unit 25 pilot points at the end of the stage, so they're useful for that as well. But let me open up the page. The next stage is going to be a long one though. I did speed up in that one. But let's not talk about the next stage. But on all, this stage isn't difficult at all, to be honest. As long as you play smart, you should be fine. Oh hey, a cutscene. Anyway. That guy was the last guy we needed to defeat. Yep, CPP plus 25, so that's pilot points. I think it gives it to everybody. Oh no, some Gundams! So what's going to happen right now is what I was referring to in the first stage when I said there was actually cutscenes on the map screen. And it'll show it right here. But Alex is too good. I mean, look at him. He's in a Zaku thing, and he's dodging all of those attacks. I'm fairly certain it's not called a Zaku, but who knows? Oh, look at that. Yeah, these cutscenes are pretty simple, but there's something, I guess. They aren't even in Z3, so that tells you something. I guess it tells you something. I didn't know this when I was doing the stage, but to finish the stage up, I think if you chose the first option, the stage will just end with you running away. But that, or you'll only use Kira and not Kira, Shin and Alex. But man, by the way, I know Alex's real name. I'm just not saying it because he's known as Alex right now. So. So yeah, anyway, you just need to defeat one of the second stage Gundams. I forget if he says children or just second stage. Not sure, but you just need to defeat one of these guys, and then you'll clear the map. I didn't know that, so this is why I was just attacking whenever I could. By the way, you're gonna hear this song a lot in the next few episodes because, well, we get some. Well, actually, I don't know about that, but like for the Zeta units, I don't like their theme. Like, for me, it's not good for for battling, I guess. So I tend to replace it with some other units. With some other theme from another, series. But anyway, Atheron. I already called him by his real name already. Atheron. Well, might as well stick with it. Atheron is, Alex. Oh, it's this huge secret. But anyway, yeah, Atheron. Fairly certain that's his name anyway, his actual name. But yeah, Atheron can do a support attack with other people. This guy has a hard time actually hitting things. As I was saying, whenever I use that attack with that guy, I tend to miss more often than not. But I noticed I said "but" a lot this episode. Well, anyway, there's a lot of. The stage isn't difficult at all, unless you get really unlucky. Then you shouldn't have no trouble. I was gonna say a combination of trouble and problem there, but you shouldn't have any, trouble beating one of these guys. You don't have any map attacks, so you can't like destroy all three of them at once. If you don't know, map attacks are attacks that attack that don't. It depends on the game, but they don't usually go into a cutscene like this, like right into a battle animation like this, and they just do attack a certain amount of damage on units, on multiple units. And if you notice that some attacks say "all" in their description, I guess you could call it, and what that refers to is later in the game, units will start pairing up. And you use those to attack all of the units in a pair. So that's all. That's just what that is. It's not in Z2, mainly because, from what I've read, they wanted to keep, since it was on a portable system, they wanted to keep the gameplay rather simple. They bring like a modification of the system used in this game in Z3, yeah. Instead of having 3 units in a, I don't know what you call it, in a squad, you have only 2 units to a squad. But otherwise, it's fairly similar. Yeah, I think the Gundam are just called like second stage Gundams or something. So there's that. I don't believe I'm forgetting anything else in regards to this stage. Oh yeah, these Gundams have a thing called BPS. I forget it. It's a thing on their armor or whatever. Certain attacks do less damage to them, like, or I think that's what it does. It might just might be an effect that occurs randomly, but as you can see, I didn't do that much damage because of that effect. But I think what it does is that certain attacks do less damage to it. But I could be wrong, and that in this game it could be an effect that it just occurs randomly. Because certain units have abilities, so if they have like a sword or something, or even a gun, if like missiles are being shot at them, they can randomly just shoot them down instead of evading them or just taking the hit. And if they have a sword, they could and they're being attacked by a sword, they could block it with their sword or beam saber, whatever. But I don't know if that's just like another evasion animation, if you know what I mean, or whether it's just another thing that's calculated along with evasion and, you know, being hit. So who knows? I don't know the specifics, but all I know is that it can occur randomly. I'm not sure if shooting down missiles is a thing in this game. I know it's a thing in J though, so I don't see why it wouldn't be, but it might not be. But either way, that's all for this stage. So I'll see you guys again next time, whenever that is. Bye.